Roger Taillibert will be remembered as one of the most innovative architects of our time, a creative giant whose genius has yet to be fully understood and whose reputation may someday outstrip that of Frank Lloyd Wright. Taillibert has struggled against formidable obstacles his entire life. He has bridged tradition and innovation, mastering the discipline of his craft only to overthrow accepted notions. Coming of age in wartime France, his schooling was interrupted by the German occupation, which ultimately intruded into his family's home in Château-sur-Cher. As part of the French resistance, alongside his father and older friends, he helped countless Jews escape the Nazis across the River Cher. Living in constant fear for 4 years, he passed his baccalaureate under a false name because of his family's connection to the resistance. Diligently studying fine woodworking under his father as a youth, Taillibert was well prepared for the stringent testing required to become a productive architect in his country. Vying against students from all over Europe, he passed the grueling competition necessary to win admission into the prestigious École des Beaux-Arts, where he distinguished himself with high honors. He was selected to compete for the Rome Prize, which required him to live in isolation with the other contestants. When the competition was over, he emerged to discover that his father had died while he was cloistered for the competition. This was only one of many times that a normal personal life was compromised because of Taillibert's dedication to his work. A protege of the French state, he spent years in apprenticeship to such great creators as Alvar Aalto, Walter Gropius, Frank Lloyd Wright, and Felix Candela. As part of this rigorous traditional preparation, he studied in Germany for 4 years, refining his grasp of the engineering of light and movable structures at Stuttgart. In 1965, having survived the difficult training required by his nation with his revolutionary spirit intact, Taillibert astonished the world with his swimming complex in Deauville, a project he had conceived years earlier as his thesis. The covered swimming pool was remarkable for creating an all-weather sports environment, a notion that is now taken for granted. With its soaring roof, the structure incorporated elements of indoors and outdoors, creating a complex that is visually stunning in its use of geometry and light. The thin, pre-stressed concrete shells of the roof were an innovation, and the undulations were seen as an artistic representation of ocean waves. This project was only a hint at the marvels to come. The spirit of large-scale sporting events and athletic competition was to provide the great metaphor for Taillibert's desire to push limits and break records to create something entirely new. In 1972, he revolutionized the Paris landscape with the new Parc des Princes Stadium. This structure had to accommodate the old footprint of the now outdated stadium, while conforming structurally to the Boulevard Périphérique, which by that time had been constructed to encircle Paris. Engineering dilemmas met him at every turn. The massive, poured, pre-stressed concrete construction required that each element be crafted separately and then lowered into place to interconnect with the other elements like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Shortly afterwards, Taillibert was commissioned by the Canadian government to design a massive sports complex for the 1976 Olympics. This project, groundbreaking in all its aspects, established Taillibert as one of the greatest architects of the 20th century, and also as a larger-than-life personality who refused to compromise his vision. The project was controversial from the start. The idea of using pre-stressed concrete was rejected by North American architects, and the Canadian Building Union threw up many obstacles. It took 10 years to complete, but the Montreal Olympic Complex is a testament to Taillibert's revolutionary ideas. The Velodrome in Bordeaux presented a unique challenge for Taillibert. Its marshy site required an exceptionally light and delicate structure. To achieve his now celebrated vision, Taillibert turned to his past, to the craft of carpentry. Traditional woodcraft was incorporated into the design by using complex calculations, possible only in the era of computer technology. Another masterful feat is the Club des Pyramides, just outside of Paris, which again takes up the theme of indoor-outdoor living with new attention to landscaping and indoor vegetation. The club is conceived as a modern leisure complex, not merely a sports club, but also a gathering place for entertainment and cultural enrichment, featuring a theater and various multi-purpose spaces. After many years constructing stunning public buildings around the globe, Taillibert was adopted by the wealthy oil states of the Middle East as their primary architectural visionary. Taillibert has spread his wings with a number of outrageously innovative and spectacular structures in the Persian Gulf. The Aspire Sports Center in Qatar sets a new standard for sports education, with facilities for every conceivable sport integrated into a welcoming and communal setting. However, Taillibert's achievement of a lifetime is his current project, Elysium. Rising out of the desert sands 40 miles north of Doha, Qatar, Elysium, the Qatar Leadership Academy, pays tribute to the mythical fields for which it was named. This entirely artificial geographic site will cover over 1,500 acres, with over 5 million square feet of structures. Included is a seawater-supplied lake, a stadium, an aviation academy, a medical center, an equestrian center, a mosque, complete indoor sport facilities, a shopping mall, housing for 1,200 students, and of course, the academy. This spectacular complex designed for peace, silence, and energy will keep the vision of Roger Taillibert alive for generations to come. As stated during Taillibert's induction into the world-famous École des Beaux-Arts, he is a valiant defender of ideas and a soldier of the imagination.